Can you solve the infinite power tower? And how would you go about starting a question like this, where we've got x to the power of 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 x onto infinity, and you know that it's equal to 2, and we want to solve this to find what x is equal to? It's an interesting question, and we can use a technique that is quite common for problems like this, but it's important to note that for power towers, we always have to evaluate from the top down. When it goes on to infinity, it seems pretty impossible to do. So what we're going to do here instead is consider peeling off a layer of x from the bottom. Now, of course, if we took off a layer, we've still got the same power tower. So that means this part must also still be equal to 2. So instead of having x to the power of x on forever, we can exchange this part for x squared. So that means that x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 2. But in this case, x can only be positive. So we only need the positive value for this square root. So it looks like, okay, our answer is x equals square root of 2. But then wouldn't this exact same logic work if at the beginning it was actually our power tower was equal to 4, and then we replaced it with x to the power of 4 is equal to 4, and then again we're going to get x is equal to plus or minus, but of course it's just going to be positive the square root of 2. So does that mean that when we substitute x in here as root 2, we get two different answers, that it could equal 2 or it could equal 4? Is this maths logic just break it? What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.